Hello everyone. As I promised when I covered Chapter 3, I told you that I would show you a few tips and tricks in Excel that might help you a little bit with your calculations. The first thing you can do is open Excel, and you all have a free copy of Microsoft Office when you're a student here. I will note that if you log into woodsnet.smwc.edu and access Office 365, you will need to download the full Excel software to be able to get to the add-ins that we're getting ready to look at. I'm going to double click on blank workbook because this is just, think of a piece of notebook paper that you're jotting down some notes and calculations. This doesn't have to be anything too proper or neat, anything like that. I'm going to click on File, Options, and then Add-ins. And you'll notice I have this Analysis Tool Pack listed up here. If not, if it was listed down here, I would click on it and click Go, and then I would select what I wanted. So I know I checked Analysis Tool Pack VBA, but let's assume I had checked Analysis Tool Pack. So I would check this Analysis Tool Pack and hit OK, and that loads that tool pack into my formula bar. So now I'm ready to go. Some of your problems have data sets that allow you to download them directly into Excel. If not, and of course if it's a smaller data set that's just quicker to type, just type out your numbers, and there's cells here, and you'll notice as we type them and start working with these things, anytime I edit this list, it will change your results automatically. So say that you incorrectly typed a number and you go back and fix it, it will fix all of your formulas without you having to redo them. I'm going to calculate some formulas. We'll calculate the mean, the median, the mode, the standard deviation, and the variance. The mean in Excel is called the average. I'm going to click on where it says or select a category and choose statistical, and then I'm going to choose this just average. No other letters on it, it just says average, and I'm going to double click that. I'm going to hit the arrow next to the number 1 box, and I'm going to left click and highlight and then let go as soon as I get to the end of my list. And I'm going to click back over here on this arrow to return and then hit OK. Average is the calculation for mean. So again, this mean, I use the average formula. So now I go down and I want to calculate the median. I go back up here to my insert a function key. I'm going to just type in median and hit enter, and it'll pop up to be the first one. I'm going to double click that. Again, click the arrow, highlight my cells and click back, and then click OK. So the median for this data set is 34. I'll go down next to mode. I'm going to hit my insert a function key. I'm going to search for mode. So when I hit enter, mode is my first thing to appear. I'm going to double click that. Again, click my arrow, highlight my list and return, and it returns my mode. I will say your mode is your most recurring number. If I did not have a repeat number, so let's say this was 30 instead of 34, my mode becomes NA for not applicable. That just means there is no mode. Also notice how it changed my other numbers to adapt to that change. So I'm going to go back and change this back to 34. So now I want to do my standard deviation. I'll go up to my formula. For standard deviation, the quick thing to search is STDEV, I believe. Let's try that. Yes. We can assume this is a standard deviation for a sample or a population. Your problems you can usually tell, or you can just do the regular standard deviation one. So we'll use it. So I click my arrow, I highlight my cells, click my arrow to return. 28.40607 is my standard deviation. So next I go to variance. I'm going to click variance in my box here, and I'm going to use, let's assume, again, in case we're unsure, just the VAR for variance. Click OK. Select my data again. OK. So my variance is 806.9048. You can also use Excel for the quartiles, but sometimes when your data set's small, it's easier to do that by hand. If you want to do that for quartiles, click on your function key. Again, go back to statistical. I just scroll down the list. You'll see that you can select minimum. You can choose max for maximum. And then I can do quartile, exclusive or inclusive. I'm going to do inclusive and hit OK. Under array, I'm going to select my numbers here and hit the arrow to go back. Now what I can do here is I'm going to select 1, and I'm just going to look at the number here. So 24.5, I could write that down. That's my quartile 1. I'll backspace and hit 2. My second quartile is 34. I'm going to backspace and hit 3. My third quartile is 45. That's just one quick way that you can do it, or you can make boxes and calculate each one. So that's my quartile 3. And again, you can use the function key to find the minimum or the maximum. This helps if your data set's real big and it's hard to tell, but you can do the same thing for the maximum. So I hope this helps you a little bit in Excel, and especially with Chapter 3, because there's really no reason that you ever need to calculate a variance or a standard deviation by hand. This should help a lot with your homework. On any quizzes or tests, you can always feel free to use Excel. So I would take the opportunity to kind of browse through it and get comfortable doing these things. But I'll leave this video posted for you in case you ever want to refer back to it. As always, let me know if you have any questions.